Next up for review we have a Mastertronic release in their second wave style packaging called S.O.S. This is subtitled or nicknamed or something, The Game With No Name, which seems a bit stupid given that it's got a name and its name is S.O.S. Maybe we'll find out why it's called The Game With No Name when we load it up. Quick look at the front cover then, and it's familiar stuff. Second wave sort of Mastertronic packaging for about 1987 I imagine, and it's got that quite familiar cartoony style artwork that's been on games like Molecule Man for example, to name but one. So we've got a funny looking robot who looks very immobile, looks a bit like a vacuum cleaner in fact, and a few other things on this front cover. Cute enough. Spine just says S.O.S on it. Back's got description of the game. One way to lose a good droid is to send it out to do something it isn't programmed for. Seems fair enough really, I suppose. So it's a 3D arcade adventure from Jeff Foley, joystick or keyboard. So inside we've got some screenshots unsurprisingly, and as you can see it's an isometric style arcade adventure as the back cover suggested. And I'm not looking forward to it at all because I hate these kind of things generally speaking. Looks a bit bland as well. Not filling me with any excitement really. And then we've got intro to the game, very small font, controls, loading instructions, a couple of hints there as well. The lamp must be found before it can be used and fire will perform a variety of actions. And that's your lot, the rest of it's blank. Here's the title screen then, and as you can see on the title screen it does say The Game With No Name. I don't know if that's simply that the developer, Jeff Foley, couldn't think of a good name for his game so he didn't give it one and then sold it to Mastertronic and then they came up with the name S.O.S. Not entirely sure about that. As you can see it's a fairly bland looking title screen. It is rotating through a list of items that you can pick up. Various things there, you can see ticket machines and flagpoles and all kinds of things. So let's get on with the game. So that's your character there, believe it or not, in that mess of green and blue, and you push forward to make him move forward, and left and right make him rotate left and right, and that's how you move him around. So you have to be very careful. All these platforms, everything around them, if you fall off you die, and I've run into a object there. So what we've got here is a flick screen isometric adventure, and there goes a life. Very difficult to avoid things. Flick screen isometric adventure where you've got to locate a radio which will then get you home or some nonsense, I don't really know. So I just picked something up there which was an energy pack. So I shall adventure through a few screens. As you can see the screen's gradually changing colour, and depending on how long I last will make it obvious as to what exactly is going on there. It's very hard work this game. As you see it's now gone white, the screen. That's a computer there, believe it or not, that I've just walked past. And that's a disc that I've just picked up. And there goes another life. These enemies just appear on the screen. You've got no chance to turn around and avoid them because of the way the gameplay is designed, the way you control your guy. So it's nearly gone dark now, but I've just activated the computer which has disabled it, which opens up another area for me to walk into. Another problem you get on some screens is you'll hop onto one screen, now it's gone completely black, and the idea early in the game is to find a lamp so that you can see at night time. Well, I haven't worked out where that is yet, so basically I now just have to sit there for a little while until it starts to go light again, which is just absolutely ridiculous. The music's incredibly depressing as well, I might add. Although not a bad Sid tune. So I can still move around while it's gone dark, but I would just end up jumping off the edge of a platform into who knows what. So it's starting to get light again now, as you can see. Quite a clever idea to have a day and night cycle, but not so clever to make it so that if you can't find something that allows you to see, just picked up a flag there, in the night time, you're basically stuck until it becomes daylight again. So I'll carry on wandering around, but the graphics are pretty woeful as well. There's a lot of these blind jumps onto another screen, which if you then push the joystick too hard, you'll end up falling to your death. Which way is this guy? Oh, this thing's coming towards me now, just to make matters worse. You can see it's now getting to be daytime again, and colours restored to the screens. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's what I mean. You just jump straight off and into the water and you're dead, and that's actually game over. Is there any point in playing it again? Let's give it one more go, just for the sake of showing you a few more areas to explore. It's all much the same though. It's lots of platforms that it's really difficult to move around. Lots of things chasing you that all look the same that it's really difficult to avoid. It's actually an extra life there. And lots of places where you can just jump off the screen and go straight into a pool of what is presumably water, straight to your death. The colour changing of the landscape is incredibly annoying also. That seems to be some kind of obstacle, as is that. And to be perfectly honest, I've lost patience with it already. It doesn't really have many redeeming qualities. In fact, I can't really think of any at the moment. The gameplay is really tricky on it. The graphics are really unimpressive. There's no real encouragement to explore further because every screen pretty much looks the same, and your main character's got no kind of redeeming qualities either. He seems to just look like a coffee maker or something like that. So I don't know, I'll just carry on wandering through until I run out of lives basically. Well, I've got 3 lives left, so maybe I won't even bother doing that as it's about to go dark again. As soon as it goes dark, I think we'll just call it a day. Yet another level full of boring platforms to negotiate. This does strike me, since it was the game with no name, that it was a bit of a rush job. Not a lot of thought gone into it, and frankly I'm stuck again, and that's pretty much about all I can put up with. So I've just jumped into the water there and still the screen stays blank. I think we've all seen enough there. In fact, that's probably the best screen of all because basically you can't do anything or see any of the really naff graphics. Needless to say, not worth $1.99 and never to be played again.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
2, 1, 0.